Hey,
what's going on?
it is Scotch for Dummies Thursday Night Live. We got a King of the Hill tonight.
King
Two of
the
them.
Hill.
Yeah,
Double hitter tonight.
it's gonna be a fight.
Actually, really.
It's not
looking
this
forward
though.
to it. No, that's just a little warm up.
What are you guys doing? What are you drinking? Oh, Teeling?
Yeah, well, we got an Irish fight tonight, so we're
Prepping.
warming up with.
Gotta get
I
warmed
believe
up
this
a
is
wee bit.
this was a loser, right?
This was a loser. It was either this one or the other Teeling. One of the Teelings lost, but so we've got an Irish tonight, and then we've got just a regular Ex-Bourbon category, right? We've got new category. new category.
It's our second King of the Hill in that category, right?
Yeah, we gotta catch.
We got a
that
lot,
category
so
up.
we're going to be doing those for a while.
Right. But in the meantime, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy
Catch
Thursday.
up, catch up.
What a week. What a week.
How about that Motley Crue concert?
Yeah, so this crew went to see Crew and left before Crew was done.
There was three
I wanna
good
tell you-
bands. None of them were Motley Crue.
Crew was ridiculous. The players were pretty good. The music, with
Yeah,
musicians.
the drummer, the guitarist, the
and Mick Mars was great for, but Vince was the worst singer I've ever heard in my entire life.
And their sound guy couldn't figure it out because you couldn't tell the difference between song.
He's
No,
got-
he was probably making it a little better by making it all distorted and bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if what Vince was doing was singing or not.
He's got three frequencies. It's 150, 151, 152. That's it. There's no range
bad.
at all. It's just
It's
all
bad.
right here.
So for those that are going to try to watch this in the record, I'm sure there'll be a cease and desist from Molly.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Def
We're not
Leppard was
going to,
amazing.
so there's
Def
that.
Leppard was great. Poison and Brett Michaels can work a
Wow,
crowd.
they were
And
great.
Joan Jett was awesome.
I
She
tell
was
you
flat.
what,
That lady can lay it
Bill
down.
plays the guitar a lot better than I do. I mean,
Talk to
dude,
me.
Rick, man, he was on it. That was fun.
Let's say hello to some people.
So,
Bobby H is on. He's going to hold off on the Bushmills, he says.
If he's already bought it,
well, if it doesn't win tonight, you can send your bottle to me. I'll take it.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Tommy.
Tamar, Babar.
Mark.
Mark
Rayner.
Rayner. We're talking
No
about him.
delay tonight for Mark. Hey,
Everyone-
everyone, it's good to see you, bro.
Mystery Girl's in. Hello.
Hello.
I love the
Ross
Ross Fudd
Fudd.
picture.
We're hunting zebras.
We are hunting zebras.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
Zach,
Zach.
and Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Yeah. Cheers to you. I see Krista and Bobby J. I wonder what aisle he's in.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's in aisle 17 tonight.
That was a fun show
I-
last week.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what,
gosh.
the fact that he poured one out
We don't talk about that.
at
yet.
a specific place,
There you
Nobody
that
talks
I was
about.
surprised about. That was awesome.
That was removed last week.
Yeah.
Francois,
Gotta look out for
Pierre.
that.
Bobby J.
Yeah.
Rich
Benoit.
Cannon, Sean.
There's
P.
Rich Cannon. You're my boy Blue.
Everyone. Oh, we missed you on pre-show. Wesley. I saw Wesley come in
man.
late there. Old man
So-
Scotch.
We've got 2 fights and something else to do. We have to wrap up
Oh, very good.
unfinished business from last week's show. So stay tuned
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. We're going to do it live with y'all since you guys were all the ones that kind of took part in that
Yeah.
In memory of Molly show.
Vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
ever
OG
seen this
set.
Yeah, fuzzy for me too. Okay. Well, not sure much we can do about it, gentlemen. We'll have to get through this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's
Stream
it-
our
If
details
you drink
again,
more,
our
we come into
Facebook.
focus. That's
So the
my-
StreamYard banners are clear, but this is blurry. That's
Man, it's clear as bell on the screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you. It says, what's the signal say? It's unstable. Oh. Well,
Ooh.
it's plugged in.
we are plugged in.
We are
We're not on
plugged in.
Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, we don't want to stop the
No, it's
Wi-Fi.
connected.
Huh.
It's not Wi-Fi.
That's
So,
weird.
Wowzer. It's been a while since we used this network. Needs some work.
Doesn't usually.
Must
Yeah,
be Windows.
What?
Tom's knocking on Windows.
Must be Windows 11. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're not
Well,
arguing, man.
we're gonna get through the stream. I mean, there's nothing much we can do. The internet's probably a little slow right now.
Crappy.
Hopefully, it figures itself out. But
Yeah,
'Cause
see,
we got 2 fights. We got to do them,
We gotta
guys.
get
We
going.
got to get fights going.
All right.
So,
all right, let's go. What are
So
we gonna
what's
do?
Irish?
Irish?
Irish? I
Or
guess Irish.
bourbon?
so I
Probably
say we
Irish.
start with Irish because it's lighter.
All right.
So not to say it's really the undercard, but
No, you're right. This is a big,
it is in some regards.
this is a big deal.
First
tonight.
fight.
yeah. So these were pre-poured and they were going back to the sticker system.
And we're good with the sticker system.
I
makes me
guaranteed
nervous.
so my vote doesn't count because I poured tonight. So I guaranteed that what I did is I took the sticker, I put it on the bottom of the bottle, put it on the glass, and then poured it. So
And he
guaranteed
used the
to be.
blue one
Fingers
to make sure
crossed.
that he didn't.
And
Fingers
what
crossed.
I did
You
is
check bottles
I
first.
went across. I put a blue sticker on the bottle and a red sticker on the glass, and then a green sticker on the bottle, and a
Funny
yellow
guy.
sticker on the
Funny guy.
maybe.
Man, that screen just ticks me off.
Yeah, much we can do about it.
Okay.
All right.
forget
So what
about
do we
it.
get going on?
So let's talk about the Challenger, which I'm excited about. I can talk to you guys about
Yeah,
the
talk
Challenger.
about
So Bushmills 12. Excited about getting this bottle. I've been trying to get it for quite some time. Long, crazy story with shipping and returns, and actually ended up finding it on a shelf locally. So
Figures.
regardless, we do have it. It's a new Bushmills. It's 12 years old, 40% ABV, which is not a surprise. That's pretty much all Irish is. I mean, you can get them higher, but the vast majority of them are 40 ABV. So this is Oloroso sherry, and bourbon casks matured. I'm excited about it. I think it's got a chance, but it's going against a pretty big champ, a pretty big king of the hill, if you will. And the current king of the Irish category is the Molly Coin. Talk
Yellow
about the Yellow
Spot.
Spot. Tell us about Yellow Spot.
12 years old, delicious. How many bouts has this won? You guys know off
It's
the top
like
of your head?
This third fight, I think.
This is like the third or fourth fight.
So this is a 3-cask maturation, bourbon, sherry, and Malagra, non-chill filtered. It is 40, right? Yeah, 40% ABV. I'm a big fan of all of the spots, so I have high hopes that this will continue to
I'm looking up price point
Be
on Bushmills
amazing.
12
So what color?
real quick.
Blue and
green.
green. Blue will be the heads on this. So it'll be the Glencairn dust. Blue is Glencairn. So we'll see which one goes first.
I think I paid $45 for the Bushmills.
Mark,
All right, so green goes
We're gonna
first.
start green.
Drew,
Tell your family got the Wi-Fi.
What was the price point on the Yellow Spot?
I don't know what to tell you.
$100, I think.
Yeah, so Bushmills is half of that.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so I am sniffing the green.
I think the term is nosing, Drew. What are you, an amateur?
I'm sniffing.
What are you, dummy?
I'm a dummy. It's very light in the nose.
I mean, it's Irish, so I'm
Yeah.
expecting.
What is the cask on the 12 Bushmills? Because I know Yellow Spot is-
Oloroso and Ex-Bourbon.
Oh wow.
I'm getting
Okay.
some brine and some like balsa wood, that very light wood type.
Also.
Mm-hmm. Just very faint wood, and just maybe a little bit of brininess. It's the up that matters.
I know. I'll get there.
It does have a dry, woody nose to it, like
That should be fine.
like fresh sawdust or something.
Start processing.
Yeah, it's probably not us guys. It seems like it's StreamYard. It's based. Are you in the Wi-Fi here?
Yeah, that was using Wi-Fi.
So you got 14 up here, so it should be plenty fine.
All right, so green, whatever that is.
It looks like it fixed itself because it's not showing the Wi-Fi thing anymore. So
Oh yeah, cool.
All right, well, we like that.
I was gonna drink.
Obviously, it's light, but there's
There's a
I-
sweetness
I
about
actually
it.
have like a little bit of a burnt note, like burnt sugar. Is that
a burnt sugar. I didn't smell
Like brown
that.
sugar or more of a
no,
caramelized?
like almost burnt, like
Oh,
almost I don't want to say
creme
peated or
brulee.
smoky, but I get almost a little bit of a burnt edge on it.
Thanks, Sean.
I don't know if you're doing it right.
Maybe I'm doing it right.
Yeah, it smells
Right.
smooth.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us, guys. Hopefully the video fixes itself. Looks like it's better right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden we don't have the little error there. Well, anyway,
So
so
little caramel.
Yeah, I think the palate
I'm
and
not-
then back to the nose and then with some water.
so
We'll
I'm
probably
searching
open it
for like apples and things. I'm not really getting them.
Well, both of these have sherry
right,
finishes, right?
One's
So,
Boy, I'm
just
not,
a little
so
higher.
you would
ABV.
think that,
I'm not
like, I don't get any of that.
I'm not getting any Oloroso sherry. I mean, it could be a light.
I'm
young-
wondering if it's on the palate a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so green.
I like that Andrew's just
Andrew-
getting
I
right
mean,
in
I
it,
was
man.
first. You just cut in line.
He's just diving in head first, man.
I'm a big fan of new Andrew
Okay.
getting in there.
So now I got
Old
a little bit of
Andrew
mildew
yelled.
in the nose.
Melted.
Uh-huh.
The beauty is my vote doesn't count. So
Well, what do you got to say?
It counts. It just doesn't count in the
In the
in
scoring.
the final tally.
In the scoring, yeah. We want to hear what you got to say.
Now it smells fruitier. I get apples.
I think that's my lips. My lips are so sweet.
Ooh, Frank the Tank
Yeah,
talking.
you
Yes,
you
yeah,
say
I
it.
guess some funk.
There is definitely some funk. Now there is
It's almost like moldy.
Huh?
It's almost moldy, sour
Yeah.
notes to it.
Do I want this?
No,
That's weird.
that is weird.
Huh.
My initial.
It's
palate is
opening
not
up.
good
It's
on
opening up. I don't get
It's-
that burnt
it's-
note.
It's almost like you're making an apple pie, and the apples that you're like sitting with sugar and brown sugar on it, and then they sat there for too long, and they kind of got a little bit sour.
Well, to me, it's like this is whatever bottle we're drinking is like a 30-year-old bottle is what it tastes like to me.
I'm with Drew. I get like it's almost like a baked apple or an apple crisp because it's got some of that like grain, not grain whiskey, but like that oats and honey and apple. But then it's got like a little bit of a sour note, like
Definitely
like,
a sour on the finish.
like a apple cider vinegar or something.
That's
right?
exactly
Like
it's
it's
exactly
but it's not like overpowering. It's just a little different. So
It's like exactly apple crisp, not as potent, with a little bit
The second
of
one's better.
vinegar on the back. Yes, exactly.
The second sip is better. It may have been what we were warming up with.
that
Because
could
it is a lot creamier, a little like uncooked dough, some of the yeastiness. I think it's much more pleasant now. I think I was getting some of that.
Very much
Yeah.
yeastier. It definitely, you hit that on the, and I rinsed my mouth out really good with water because I was afraid that maybe my warm up.
It's definitely better than the first taste.
Yeah, it was like that raw.
I
Still-
like the nose now, and I don't get any of that wood that I was getting on the initial nosing at all. It's got more of like a baked goods kind of nose.
It's actually kind of interesting because it's
Put some water on that guy.
changed a little. It's changed actually quite a bit.
In just the 5 minutes that we've been messing with it here.
Yeah, it's tasty.
The balance is much better. The first one was definitely a little rigid, I would say.
Yep.
I still get a hint of like
There's some apples there.
an acetone kind of thing on the finish.
Mhm.
So
Just like a little bit.
That'd be any grain you were dealing
What's
with.
the
I already watered it.
the coin?
I didn't have the point.
He's got one now. All right, let's
Blue.
move on to blue.
You're
Where's
my boy, Blue.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You're my boy.
I mean, from downtown, right?
Okay, so
like
this-
everybody knew that was coming.
The nose in this one, even lighter than the first one. Like I'm struggling. I would say maybe hints of toffee, if anything, Sean.
Talk to me.
Not much in the nose. Like you're gonna have to work it.
Wet that glass down, man.
Coffee.
It's got some burnt sugars for sure. And there's a hint of like
Maybe issues again.
there's a hint of like ginger that I'm liking.
Ginger.
Yeah,
Ginger.
like candied ginger.
I like candied ginger.
Me
Man,
too.
That's good.
Think
I don't know what that-
Think about
Penicillin.
penicillin. Yeah.
I know a place.
Do you get candied ginger all the time at your place?
They sell that, I guess, in bulk. Or
You can.
I can get a little bit of
I
sherry
get
note
I
there.
get fresh and pickled.
Hmm.
I don't generally have candied.
What do you use for penicillin?
It's light, but I actually
have
get
a-
some sherry notes on it.
Do you really?
Yeah,
On the
I have
nose?
a
Yeah.
honey ginger syrup that I buy by the quart.
by the quart.
Yeah, it's really good and kind of expensive. But
Yeah,
it's
That
Right,
stinking
not good.
video. It can fix itself.
Mm.
There, it's back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just going to ignore it.
Light.
Get through it.
Not getting sherry. I'm getting young whiskey. Not young. It's just not.
It's got to be 12 years old.
Well, yeah, they're both.
What I mean by young is it's not overly oaked. It's not heavily sherried. It's a clean whiskey that has not a lot of barrel.
No,
influence,
I'm
but-
getting sherry now. I'm getting sherry in there.
So I'm tallying up my score for nosing before I forget it.
Actually, the nose has opened up a lot since that first sniff.
What?
What?
Weird.
What? What? Got to put an H in there.
You're crazy.
Okay.
Oh, I should have tasted it. I should have gone aggressive. Oh, what are you doing?
Mhm.
Oh, is it coming out now?
Oh,
Very sweet up front.
someone's coming out swinging.
That's a fine dram.
See, and so can you explain why it's fine?
It's sweet into a nice caramel toffee crunch, into a brown sugar, into a I'd say wood finish of oak, maybe.
It's got a little bit of cinnamon too. It's
So
real
spice.
nice. Yeah.
Definitely
It's
getting
a
more
nice
malt on the nose.
blend.
I know you can
going.
get cinnamon in a lot of whiskeys, but more than I can.
This one is unique though. I like the balance on it. To me, the other one didn't have quite as much going on and it wasn't quite as balanced.
Yeah,
I
agree.
did enjoy the green one. Eventually, like the first sip, I did not care for it, but by the second and third sip, it was pretty good.
Right.
And I like the apple, like the baked apple. I'm always a big fan of. This one just feels a little bit more full-bodied and well-rounded.
I feel like whatever we're doing here, the first one is more fruit focused. This is more sherry focused.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I got some malt notes on the nose on the second time around. I'm scoring it, and I'll tell you what, that green
I'm gonna go
sticker,
one more time.
You want to go one more
green
time?
sticker better come out after
Swangin',
water. And,
swangin'.
Yeah.
So
I don't know which one to hit.
It seems to me the blue has a higher ABV mouthfeel. It's got a little more peppery burn in it.
There's definitely a spice note.
It's the malt in that one right there. It's really nice. It's got a sherry overlay with that malt
Definitely.
finish foundation. Is really helping.
It's really
bring it.
good.
It's really good.
It's really good, lad.
Right in the middle is where I get that typical Irish kind of palate.
I think I like it because the back palate and the finish are so much more full-bodied than the green was.
Definitely more to chew on.
You know what I
can-
mean?
The finish, I'm still chewing.
Is just a longer, bigger finish.
It feels like whatever blue is just feels more dynamic from the beginning to the end.
Just a better fighter right now. Came
Yep.
out ready to fight.
All right, let's see what water did to what color is this? Green? Oh,
Have the bad
Low
habits.
expectations.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be fine.
Wire
It's gonna be fine.
No,
I still think it's gonna do well.
admittedly, I put a little. I mean, not a small amount of water on these, so I may have overwatered them. So, but I try to get them both the same.
Nose is basically the same.
Okay, well, that's good.
Maybe a little bit more spice coming through than before.
Yeah, you aired on the wrong side. With
Well, I did, and now these are 40. So, but
This
remember,
is 46.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I actually like the nose. It's very fruit forward.
Wait. Is that a surprise? You didn't like it before? Uh-oh.
What happened? Is it bad?
Oh, what's the funkiness going on? in that
Oh
thing?
man,
Uh-oh.
that yeast gone bad.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it feels
I
like
think
yeast has
green
gone
might
bad.
have hit the canvas, according to Drew.
It's got some. I hate to say off-putting, but it's got something there. It's like, whoa.
It needs background dancers. That's not.
I think it smells sweeter. I definitely get more of a bourbon
The nose
cast
is
note
nose is
on
better
it.
than
It's
palate.
definitely
The
sweeter.
nose is better than the palate. It lost all of the fruit.
It did.
So I'm guessing the green is not gonna make
The green is out of its league at this point compared to unless blue has some serious tankage going
Yeah,
on.
that
there.
nose is not bad on the green.
No,
No, the
not
nose
bad.
is really
Nose
nice.
is not bad.
It's sweet.
It's unfortunate because the palate doesn't
Fruity,
match up.
pear.
Palate's
and-
dead.
Yeah.
Milk's gone bad.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so I thought the nose was better with the green with water.
Agreed.
Well, I like the nice sweet sugary vanilla note, but it did lose some of that fruitiness. You're right on that.
I
Yeah,
still got
actually-
the fruit on the nose.
The green neat actually, it was a little bit funky, but it was kind of nice.
It was much
I
better
mean,
the second sip.
the whole apple crisp thing
Yeah,
was kind
I
of nice.
really enjoyed it, honestly.
It's not there now.
Now I wouldn't have put water on it, but
Hey,
Well,
Pop
yeah.
Smurf.
that's just me.
So I would say that I'm not getting funk on the green. I would say it is a subtle. It's sweet. It's not. Oh man.
It's great. No, I'm sorry.
So
It's subtle, it's sweet.
So the green. I didn't get any funk on it. It's just not particularly interesting as a whiskey goes.
This is pretty
to me.
easy.
But Irishes are typically not particularly interesting. So
This is just a bigger, bolder whiskey.
Mm.
It's just got more
Yeah.
more things going on.
Yeah.
It sounds like
That's really
it
nice.
sounds like
this
we-
is
we-
this is a no-brainer.
We don't even need to do a tail of the tape here.
I don't think
No.
so. I think
Wow.
I think we're all gonna weigh this one.
I think
pretty
it's
heavily.
a knockout.
Yeah.
I think this isn't even a TKO. This one is a Blue.
This was one of those
will
cage
agree.
matches where the cocky guy comes out and just gets laid out in like 2 punches.
Yep, green's
Yeah.
on the canvas right now, and the fight's over. The bell's
flavorful.
ringing.
Yeah. I think the green actually had something, had a nice outfit, had nice intro music, whatever it was, but it did not even last 2 minutes in the ring.
Right. If I'm trying to just do the 4 rounds of nosing and tasting with and without water, I think green was a little bit disjointed on the nose. Neat. And blue came at it. And then on the palate, blue just knocked green out of the water. And then adding water really hurt green a lot. And blue didn't miss a step.
It
I'm not
didn't.
saying
It didn't, but I will say the green actually had. I would give it half a point on the nose with water.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree. No, it did come up.
It was better. Other than that, nothing. Well, and the apple crisp. Other than
I
that,
think
I lost it.
I think it might have came up with water, but I still don't think it beat blue.
So I mean,
No,
I don't
no.
think. I think it's pretty easy, right? We're all in the same.
Everybody,
Yeah.
blue.
So blue, what's yellow spot?
Not even a contest. Really.
Yellow spot knocked the
Yellow
crap
spot
out
is
of
blue.
Bushmills. Damn,
Yeah,
I'm
that-
so
that was easy.
disappointed.
That was easy.
All right. So Bushmills 12, while not a bad whiskey, just doesn't have the legs to hold
I'm,
it.
Man,
I'm curious, like
Son of
fellow people that like to drink Bushmills, like, are we getting the same taste?
Well,
as-
again, what is the price point?
It's
40
half.
Yeah, $50.
big
Dude,
difference.
would this
And this is higher proof.
Could this be an everyday drinker for $50?
I don't, not me.
I think I could enjoy it if I'm
for an
just
Irish
drinking
drinker?
that, but when I drink it next to the yellow
Oh,
spot,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not
come
fair.
on, it's just not fair.
Yeah.
No, I think I would rather have redbreast or what's the other one drinking?
Monkey shoulder?
Well, no Irish.
I mean,
wise.
I'm just like, no.
Anyway, it's different, but it didn't do anything for me.
I'm
at all.
disappointed because it was a lot of effort to get the bottle, and I was excited to see a new Bushmills with a different finishing and different maturation.
I had some high hopes for it, to be honest
I
with
really
you.
did too. I mean, honestly, I used to really like Bushmills White, just the good old fashioned. And Bushmills 21,
Hey, thanks,
Bushmills
Chris.
21 is solid.
Hey,
Papa,
right on.
Appreciate
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it,
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Papa. That's good myself.
Yeah,
You know
so
what?
I
I'll
think
have some of
that,
the yellow spot.
I mean, I was with you. I was kind of hoping Bushmills would show up with something. I kind of figured it was Yellow Spot after the tasting, and like, well, we know Yellow Spot's good.
Damn though. I mean,
Unless
it just got
unless
its
the
ass
milk's
kicked,
gone
dude.
bad.
Yeah.
It just got its ass kicked though. I mean,
But
Bushmills
It was
just
not.
I wanted Bushmills
It's half the
to
price, though. What
fight better. It
expect?
didn't
Well,
fight that well.
I mean, you can't. How do you compete? There's a reason, but the yellow spot is twice the price. It's better.
I don't know. I can
Tastes
pull
better.
some
I don't think so.
inexpensive whiskeys off my shelf that are fighters.
You know, we try to keep them
Oh.
similar, and these are very similar age, ABV, finishing, maturations. Price point is a little bit tough, especially when you get into the spots. I mean, the spots are more expensive.
Bushmill 12 is great in coffee. Makes good Irish coffee.
All right, Tom.
Sure.
I can see that.
I'll
I
give
can
you
totally
that.
see
I'll
that.
give you that. So,
I mean, the apples would go well.
you know,
I'd be
Yellow
cool with
Spot retains the belt. It is still the king
Still current
of
king.
the Irish category.
It's gonna be tough to beat that.
Well,
yeah,
you know what? Red Spot or Blue Spot?
we might need
From a bunch of Scotch drinkers, yellow spot's kind of our.
We need to get some Irish in there.
somebody
because-
needs to throw some ideas and decide something that they think can take this Yellow Spot out in the same category. Now,
that we
let's-
haven't done yet.
Yeah, let's not go crazy and say Redbreast 21 or
Middleton.
Bushmills 20. Yeah, or Middleton. Yeah, right. But you guys brainstorm with us and give us some ideas to try to take this king off the hill.
Blue Spot.
Yeah,
Blue Spot.
Great.
Yeah.
that's real great.
I know a bar we can go to and get some of that.
I got a bottle of it.
All right.
Do you?
Yeah.
All
So
right,
time out.
we got another
We do have.
super chat.
Another
there,
super
Andrew.
chat.
Oh, who's that?
Hold on. Let's scroll up.
Do
Red,
this-
Red Breath 27. Thank you, Daniel. That's great.
Yeah, that's a great one.
right. Hey, Greg. Cheers to you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks for
Mr.
showing
Lewis,
up.
thank you.
Yeah.
Long time no see. Good to see you.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna drink this blue.
Yeah, it was our halftime show. I say we do catch
Yeah,
up our
that's fine.
business from last week.
Sure.
Get that out of the way so everybody can see. For those of you that were here last week, you know what we're about to do, and we want to say thank you if you participated in sort of a fundraising effort to say goodbye to Molly, our mascot,
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
among
I mean,
other
I wonder if
things.
it's even-
She actually came home on Monday.
Right.
Oh, so it's
So what we're going to do is for all the donations that were made last week, we are going to share some screens and show you what the total was, and then we're going to go forward and donate that amount to the organization that we chose to use, which was an organization that's kind of close and to home. In fact, of Mark Rayner and Leanne are very close to this organization. Mark
Good
worked for
friends.
them, and they're good friends. And so we're going to make this donation to their organization, and you guys are going to watch us do it, so you can see full transparency of what we're going
Thank
to
you,
do
Brad.
here. So
Thank you,
Thanks,
Brad.
Brad.
Thanks for
Cheers, Brad.
thanks for being on the show.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We enjoy people at
First live.
Drive.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, let me share the screen. So last week, gentlemen, we had. Let's talk about it for a second. We threw together a number. I actually put it out there for $1,000.
We need-
I need a whiskey.
You want some?
I got a
Really?
Glenmorangie and
Do you want Bushmills? You want a yellow spot? You want
I'll take yours,
an
Chad.
Anywho, I put a gold donation of $1,000, thinking
Right.
that's pretty high. Great. We knocked that $1,000 out
in like a half
quickly.
hour.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
So I want to thank everyone that donated for last week. And here is
Yeah, so we need to clarify what we're donating to. and-
yeah, we'll go to their
Okay.
website.
yeah. So let me pull that up here. I'm not ready for that yet. So hold on. Keep talking.
All right.
All right.
So one of the things we did was in memory of Molly's past, we wanted to give something to an animal organization that we know has great sponsorship and has great goals and things. So when we talked to Lee, and her husband is big into the Friends of
Don't get it wrong.
Friends of the Animals Baton Rouge. So where they are, they take animals and they will treat them for heartworms, and they will give them. They take them from the large Baton Rouge kennel, and they foster them until they can find a home for them.
Yeah, and
So
they
they're-
do a lot of animals.
So
Yeah,
so
it's
the
a
point
high
of what
number.
they're doing is they're trying to pull animals out of the big
System.
system, so they don't have to euthanize them. So they're trying to do that, and then they foster them, and then they donate them out. So this last week we said, let's do in memory of Molly, let's donate to Friends of the Animals, and we had a great return and
Great turnout.
Well, we wanted to, Molly was such a big part of our show. Like, she was always here. I mean, the whole point of the peanut butter pretzels, etc. And it was one of those things where, like, what can we donate to? And it's part of the family, right?
Yeah.
Leanne and
Right.
Mark. I mean, it's all the same thing. So let me grab this other screen and let's go ahead and get our donation going here and
Yeah.
get our tally here. So at the end of the day, here is our donation screen to Friends of the Animals of Baton Rouge. We raised over $1,000.
$1,070. So there was another $25 that came in during the week on replay. So it was good to see that.
Yeah.
And
That's
so we are donating to the Saving One Heart at a Time. This is essentially what helps fund all the heart medication. Mark said last week that roughly half the animals they pull have heartworms, and so they have to be treated. And that
$35,000 a year.
it costs them $35,000 a year to treat those animals. And so this donation will go directly to that, to give those animals a new lease on life. Because animals that have heartworm that have not done it, they die. I mean,
Right.
Oh, I got to do the traffic lights.
oh, great.
I don't see any traffic
I don't
lights there.
see any traffic lights. Do you?
Skip.
Nope, skip it. Done. Oh, there they are.
There they are.
Wait, I missed that one.
Don't screw up. Everybody's watching.
No,
Oh no,
No.
that's just
They're messing with you.
And
We're
so $1,070 goes to help fund
Oh,
some of her.
This is ridiculous. I just did all this stuff earlier.
But it's been so long that it timed out, or
Yeah.
Yeah, time
yeah.
out.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
Drew looks sketchy.
I need to get the keyboard out there and type.
Oh,
Uh oh. Don't hit the wrong button.
806-880.
About that.
Teamwork. Great
And
teamwork.
there you go,
Glen.
Baton Rouge. You get in your money payment. Done.
Don't look at the address.
Someone got a screenshot on it.
There we go.
There we
All right,
go.
so that's done. Honestly, I think the actual donation thing is open for another 11 hours, but I don't know if you can close that. But I don't expect anything to
Honestly,
happen.
listen. We the website is friends of the animalsbr.org. they have a whole thing out there. You can scan, you can donate, you can PayPal. If you feel free to do your
And
own.
in our video last week, it's
Yeah.
in the description, so you can just go there and donate, and I'm sure they would appreciate it, and I know Molly would appreciate
Yep.
it. So
So thank you for everyone
Yes.
donated.
Cheers
and,
to
and honestly,
everybody.
one last cheers to our good,
To
loving
Molly.
Our
friend,
girl Molly,
cheers.
Molly. We love you.
always in
cheers.
our hearts.
Mm.
And now,
With
Back
that,
to the fight.
tail the tape.
Back to the fight.
dun dun dun. All right, so for those of you that have been following the King of the Hill series for a long time, you'll know that Glenmos have shown up
they're no
ready to
joke.
fight.
They
Yeah,
are no
I
joke.
mean, the
And
Lasanta,
in a way that is almost surprising. Like, and we love them. Like, don't get me wrong. We've done all kinds of Glenmos over the years, and I figured they'd stand up, but they've like
come in
really
hot,
come out swinging.
The Lasanta was on the top of the hill for
3 or 4 weeks
it
at
was almost-
least.
Yeah, it was at least.
I mean, I think that it's awesome that, I mean, it's a pretty mass produced whiskey.
Absolutely.
right?
And it's affordable.
Uh,
It's right
yeah,
in
like
the
you
good
can go
price
out.
range.
What's the price for the original?
40
40-ish,
maybe
45 maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, it's
40, yeah.
you can go buy a bottle of this and not break the bank for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's a good. You don't realize how good some of this stuff is until you put it up against other stuff.
And
Right.
that's the thing. That's the thing that I think we've learned through this King of the Hill is that we have our reviews that we did online when we pull a bottle and we taste it, but the tail of the tape, the King of the Hill thing is where you really understand
Price
whiskey.
points in the spreadsheet.
Maybe.
So that's the thing that's so amazing here is you think you know a bottle until you put it up against another bottle, and then you're like, that's not what I expected.
And I feel like the Glenmo, just the plain old original Glenmo, is like there are labels that put out stuff as their like entry level bottle that is kind of like, oh well, this is just a cheap bottle. I don't feel that way about Glenmo's bottles.
So the price that we paid for Glenmo 10 was $37. So that's a bargain.
Yeah.
And Glenmo has a great source of their whiskey. I think they get all their from Jack Daniels, or where do they get their? Yes, it's a Tennessee.
so.
It's a Tennessee whiskey,
Yeah.
a major Tennessee whiskey distillery that produces their barrels.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Let's get ready for a rumble.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
So let's get into the tail of the tape. We'll start with the challenger.
All right.
Glenmora.
Well, yeah, okay. Fill it in.
Glenmora is a 12-year-old coming in at, I don't even know, I'm going to say 40. It's 40% ABV. $35, $40 tops. I don't even know what the maturation is on it. But at 40% ABV, you can bet your bottom dollar there's coloring in there and it's chill filtered. But
Yeah,
it is
of
what
course
it
it's
is.
chill filtered.
And yeah,
Bourbon.
pretty much has to be. We've been reviewing Glenmorangie for a long time. We've gotten into some really good ones. We've gotten into some meh ones, right?
Yeah.
But they definitely have the ability to bring something. This is their base model. This is entry point model
Mhm.
bottling for Glenmorangie. But I want to remind you before we go on to the current king, this is a new category. This category's only had 1 or 2 fights, I
Wow.
It
think,
was
Yeah.
Glenmorangie versus Old Pulteney 12.
Right.
Which was surprising.
which was the first
Super
fight.
surprising.
Yeah, and the fact that Glenmora 10 took that out. So
I
Underneath
feel like,
Glenmorangie took it out.
yeah, Glenmorangie.
I feel like Glenmora is kind of like Jura and some of those other like not unknown but not like super well known distilleries that are like kind of inconsistent, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get a bottle and you're like, this is delicious. This is why people buy this. And then the very next bottle you buy, you're like, well, this is like sherry cask and seems like it'd be good. And it's just like not great. So
Exactly.
I'm reserving judgment because I mean,
I
they could really pull out all the stops and be really good. I don't know.
I'm completely with you on this one. I have my feeling that Glenmorangie is going to really kick some ass here, but I'm hoping that Glenmora can bring it.
It's just inconsistent.
So-
Like that's the wild card because it
And-
might be really good.
In regards to the
It's been a
tail
while
of the
since I've had it, to
tape,
be honest.
True.
the irony is it's basically same price point. We can say $35 a piece and be safe by saying it.
Yep.
Glenmora's got 2 years on the Glenmorangie, but Glenmo's got it's 2 years younger and it's 3% higher. It's 43% ABV.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, honestly, tail of the tape says Glenmora should be able to punch a little bit harder here tonight.
But I think the difference between the two is that Glenmorangie has better casks. They spend more money and their cask management
Ton.
is top of the line.
Right.
And arguably better stills too.
Yeah. Whereas Glenmorangie, I feel like is just, hey, you got some barrels? We'll take those barrels. right?
Furthermore,
I'm sure that's not the case, but
No,
I feel your point.
I think it's worth noting that I think what really makes Glenmorangie come in is this is the foundation for damn near all their bottlings.
Everything.
So if they do this wrong, all those other bottlings they do suffer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know they're focused on this. This is going to be good.
Yep.
So I'm so surprised it's sitting here as the king of the hill. But come on, Glenmorangie.
All right.
I know it's Glenmorangie. I know, and it's
Isn't
that
Glenmorangie too.
Isn't that what we're
Glenmorangie?
saying? Glenmorangie?
Are we going to spin a coin and see
Yes,
yes.
who's winning?
So
And if you're watching, we know the video quality is up and down.
So,
So please
don't know
stick
why.
with us.
It's not
to make
us.
sure
so we're gonna use Molly coding. Which should be heads?
Head should be the
The
dog.
head. The
The head.
dog.
Oh, that's a good idea. So we'll do the yellow is heads.
That's
was
not
a-
really. That's not really a flip. It's just a spin.
Yeah.
Same.
It's going to be tails. It's tails.
Tails.
So we're gonna go with red.
Red. All right, I go. Whoa.
You afraid of the noise it makes on the counter?
No, I don't care.
Mark's boy blue.
Wow, the nose is great.
Oh,
on this.
Rich.
Yeah.
And did you see that in Discord, my friend?
So red is. So we're doing red. We got a rich nose on
I'll
the
drink
red.
to that.
Ruby
Thank you,
red,
Rich.
grapefruit, oranges.
What?
That sounds like a good whiskey.
Caramel.
Super
There's some
citrusy.
leather. There's some.
What?
These aren't
I
shirtless.
thought you were BSing me about the grapefruit.
Am I
but
wrong?
It's there.
Am I wrong?
So Sunday evening, it's not your internet or our internet. It's Streamlabs because
Yeah.
I've been sitting here doing speed
Thanks,
tests
Richard.
the whole time, and we're good. So
Yeah, it's not us right now, guys. Sorry. It's,
There's
Well, it's saying
grapefruit.
it's unstable now. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it just is what it is. Sorry. We'll get through it.
all right, red.
Hopefully the audio's okay.
I see where you're coming with that, but it's not the same note for me.
What'd you say?
Grapefruit.
Oh, you agreed.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm there.
You and I are usually the same.
All right, so I'm not going to
You
say
right.
I smell what they're smelling. I can't necessarily say it's grapefruit, but I got to be honest. I almost get an artificial note, like it's like a sweetener note.
Refreshing.
It is there's a light
Oh, no,
citrusness to it, but I wouldn't say grapefruit.
If they were nothing.
Okay.
All right. So you're not. I'm not getting grapefruit. I'm getting,
I see. I wasn't much
I
either.
feel like you're doing it wrong.
I'm getting sweetness.
What did you say, Mark? What did you get? Nothing?
No, I said there's a citrus note, not necessarily grapefruit. It's
Yeah, okay.
there's a lightness to it, and there was
You're wrong.
something else that I was
Just
getting.
hit it,
in.
Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not getting sweet. I'm getting sweetness, but I'm not getting in like a defined.
You're not getting
citrus.
that like tangy citrusy.
Their
Andrew just
palates
went
are
in.
as
He didn't
defined.
care.
I told him to.
Not to
Easy.
be that guy. Now what?
Quit looking at the comments.
Yeah, Gregor. Don't make me freaking do my Scottish accent.
Can't believe you don't.
No, Drew usually punches me when I do that kind of shit.
Ooh,
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm not getting a lot.
it's got a really peppery finish, or it's the ABV. I think it's peppery.
I'm getting the ABV on it. But
It's mild.
so-
I would say mild sweetness up front. A little bit of orange. A little bit of. A little bit of
I get some orange in there.
syrup, and then it's got this peppery,
I got a multi note.
almost dirty sock finish.
Ooh, I'm not getting that. But I'm like, there's like almost nothing to it. I'm not getting any interest.
No, I got some nice oak notes and citrus up front, and then when you were like, "Oh, it's all pepper," and I was like, "I don't get the pepper." Bam, pepper.
I mean, it hit me. It was like if you can imagine a flow, it was like.
But I will say, I like kind of did another swallow to try and get that pepper out, and the citrus came back. So, I mean, it's not bad. Like, I'm not having a bad time with it. It's not as exciting, I guess, as I would hope.
I
But
got to tell you, it's not ABV,
No,
but
it's pepper.
it is straight pepper spice. There's a right down the middle of your palate is like hello. It doesn't last long, but it's honestly overpowering.
So hang with me for a second. So it's the nose, citrus for sure, but I'm getting a Krispy Kreme donut in the nose.
Weird.
Yeast, sugar.
Someone's
specific.
blowing the diet.
So
Not Duncan.
I will tell you that is one of the more indescript whiskeys I've tasted. It's like I don't know what to describe it. The palate is like
script.
It's almost Korean.
Oh my god.
no, and maybe it's because it's kind of middle of the road. It's not. There's no linen. There's no like heavy sherry. There is flavor there, but it's kind of like
Got a donut in my mind.
yeah.
Now.
If you look at on Wikipedia whiskey, this is that. It's a mildly malty, mild woody influence.
I get some malt. I get a little vanilla.
I
The pepper's not as heavy on the second sip as it was on the first.
Yeah.
I don't get as much citrus either now, but it's just like a nice. I'm with you, Andrew. If you were like, well, this is whiskey, I would be like, oh, well,
Yeah, this is whiskey from Scotland.
totally whiskey,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like
what
it's
it
got
is.
a nice malty note to it.
Well, it's definitely not bourbon.
No.
it's not. Yeah, that's a good point. So let's contrast it. It's not bourbon. It's not that sweet corn. It's not peated. It's not
not
sherry. It's like it was finished in ex-bourbon cask.
Like
Yeah,
I would
and
would
that's
call
it.
this a scotch for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, ex-bourbon cask. There's a little bit of sweetness from vanilla. There's a little bit of maltiness going in there, but there's nothing else to describe.
Nothing.
And,
nothing.
and I don't
super
get
pleasant.
anything
That's
like
what's so weird about it.
off-putting either. It's just a very like
Right. Except for
Yeah.
that very first drink. It was
the pepper.
did knock the shit
Yeah.
out of you. Yeah,
I don't
you're
think
right.
All right,
Richard
put
likes
some water
my.
on- did you
I don't
put
think
water on
Richard
that?
likes
No.
my Krispy
Then
Kreme.
you put
donut.
some water on that, and you hit that yellow.
I'm about ready to switch up to cast right there.
You lost control.
So on this one, it's mostly honey and some wood influence. There's not and a little bit of lemon on the nose.
Well, hang on. I want to rinse that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I think I feel pretty confident about those polls.
I get some lemon. There's like fresh linen, and it's very light notes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
shit!
Uh-oh. Man, you better wipe that off. Get some
Smell
nose
that.
on it.
Smell that.
That's
Wow.
nice.
That
I
is
like the
very
nose.
light.
So
and,
better or worse than the other one? Different?
I would say slightly better. It's a light nose.
It's a different nose.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but which do you prefer?
yeah, I think
I think I prefer this one.
I think
Which
it's
better
lighter. It's a light green grass, not
More
a cut
subtle.
grass, but like you're walking through a field of
Okay, or
yeah, but green. It's not.
It's a springtime kind of drink.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
Like light and fresh.
Airy.
Yeah. Nothing heavy.
Oh, he's going.
He's drinking. He's like, screw it.
Yeah.
You jumped the gun.
I
Didn't
didn't want to be the guy.
you? Get excited.
Yeah,
Did I just do that?
this is a Highland.
You know what? If I was blind tasting this in the
Yeah.
nose alone, I would say Highland.
Heathery and light.
Yes.
Absolutely, you're gonna get
Yeah.
that on the palate, and a nice late sweet finish.
Now you're talking. You're speaking my language right there. Like it's
Very-
dessert on the end.
I mean,
Ooh,
Lemon
hello,
honey in the nose.
hello, lover. I like you. Talk to me.
Yeah, there's a much more wood influence in this one.
You're right about that.
Vanilla. Mark's hitting wood on this one.
this is kind of like a repeat of the first one.
Going through all of them, Sean. I'm gonna spit.
I had a whole black down on my
I know you did.
singing back to Crenshaw Pete.
I honestly would say the nose and the palate are very similar. I think there's a more wood finish on the palate for sure. Like I'm chewing that wood for a
It's
while.
almost like bourbon influence. There's a significantly more bourbon kick to that
I
one.
get a little bit more vanilla on this one.
Yeah,
And on the
definitely.
finish, it's
There's
more
a
like a
sweet-
creme brulee, like creamy,
Which
vanilla quality.
I get on the
to it.
nose now that I've tasted. I wasn't getting that quite on the nose. I was getting more of
No.
a greener grass air, but it's definitely there now that you've put it on
See,
your palate.
that's the funny because now we're finding words to describe this where we couldn't before. That's really interesting.
I
wonder
bet
why.
water is going to help a lot. This is
Yeah, the vanilla
Did-
notes.
Come
let
out.
let me say this. I don't think it's a huge
gotta water this
mismatch.
shit.
I know.
Yeah.
But so far, I mean, I feel like that one's leading a little bit, but not by a lot. Like it's not like super different.
I would
No,
agree.
the only thing
You
that's
wanna
standing
sip
out
before
to
we water
me, if these were, I would say the first one, I don't know what color sticker it was,
Red.
is maybe a half step behind because I didn't care for that huge pepper punch in the first drink. Now,
Yeah,
mind you, it
that
didn't
could
come out the
be-
second time around. You're right, but I got to count that. And so it's a half step behind. So if I'm going 10, it's 10, 9, 10, 9 and a half. somewhere in
I
that number.
agree. I think the neat factor alone, yellow is better.
I feel like the yellow was just a little bit bigger, a little bit more of what it had to offer. Whereas the red, like it did its thing and it was good. I feel like the yellow was just a little bit, like the finish lasted a half a step longer. The flavors that I got were a little bit more intense. It just felt a little bit bigger.
And that has changed with water.
So
That red is showing up with water.
really,
Really?
That nose is
red
all
neat to
fruity
me was.
yeah, like red
It's
apple.
more malty than it was.
I wouldn't
before.
knock
Yeah.
it. It was straight down the middle definition of Scotch. There's nothing without any wild, crazy finishes and maturations. It's just like, want a glass of Scotch? Hey, oh, that's a glass of Scotch. I think the second one, yellow, was a little bit more put together. It just didn't.
What? He's making a face. Keep talking.
I
So
don't
I
know
agree.
what's going on with Drew back there, you guys. I was
So
watching.
that red, the nose. So I hit that nose before when I started going around. It's got like all sorts of apple in it now, which you didn't have before. I don't think.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Still
don't
the
know
same
if it's-
profile.
I
I don't know if
taste it,
it's
though.
all sorts of apple, but there's a little bit of apple.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Well,
But it's the same profile as it was before.
It's
Just-
like if
just
you
a little
got
bit-
an apple Pop-Tart and you thought you were going to get a lot of apple, but instead you got apple
An apple
flavoring and just a
Pop-Tart?
hint of it.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
You know what I don't get? That pepper. It's
No,
gone. It's
the
gone.
pepper
Oh, that's
is
good.
the pepper's out, so
That's
that's
good.
nice.
So-
okay.
This is
All right.
all of it's coming together. What you guys are saying on red, absolutely. I think the nose is really good. I get a little bit of that apple. Sure, it's all there. Everything's great. But if I stay in there long enough, there's a little bit of a sour note on the end of the nose that's just it's stepping out. It's catching my attention.
Is it
Like,
good or bad?
I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. I don't think it fits. I don't think it
Oh, okay.
belongs.
Okay.
I will say on the palate with the water, it was nice.
I think it was better.
Like
Water.
it was
I think so too.
just a pretty easy drinking whiskey, right? Like I don't have any problem with any of it. It's like if you poured it for me, I would totally drink that. You all right, man?
Come on, Andrew.
You're not supposed to breathe it in.
Long pipe.
Okay.
What do you think? Better with water or no?
It is better. It's pleasant. It's
Nah.
sweet. It's
The
the finish isn't great on it.
the lack of the pepper is a big help.
That's true. That's
the initial
gone.
palate. I like
Completely
it. I
gone.
mean, it's tasty.
It's nice. I would drink a glass
I'm
of
getting
that.
definitely getting a red apple on it, which I think is probably the predominant flavor profile I'm getting on nose and palate. But I'm not getting a heavy maltiness. I'm not getting, the pepper is gone.
I feel like you're getting that from the sticker.
I got scratch and
Right.
It's
sniff.
a Fuji. It's a
Like,
Fuji
just
apple.
messing
Yeah,
with
it's a
you,
scratch
man.
and sniff sticker.
This
Just messing
is
with
lemon
you.
cake on the nose right now.
Luckily, Michael, it's not cast strength, so it didn't
Lemon
kill me.
We haven't
That
switched to
would've
that
hurt,
yet.
but-
Just wait.
Lemon cake.
Mhm.
Like,
Wait, I'm gonna-
poppy seed or just lemon? Lemon poppy seed or just lemon?
That lemony vanilla has carried through the whole time. Like the nose is still actually a pretty
See, I
good
didn't
nose.
get lemon on the first round.
It's staying true to its colors at this
I-
point. I think
Hmm.
it's actually
It's
the
'cause-
water
it's
did
'cause
not
it's yellow sticker.
water didn't affect it hardly at all. It's still very
That's a
lemon
good glass.
vanilla. I honestly, it's what I'm getting out of this. It's a lot of
The vanilla from a cake, yeah.
Well, I'm getting vanilla. That's Ex-Bourbon.
That's just
right
a-
there.
That's the barrel. The
it's
barrel.
semi-sweet, but I mean, there's not a whole lot going on.
Sugar.
There is no doubt that the yellow glass has more barrel
I don't know.
influence.
Yes.
than the-
Wow.
Yes.
The red glass has probably more distillate character, less barrel, maybe older barrels. Who knows? Because it's 12 years, so it's got to be pretty.
But it could be like third or fourth.
I can't
use.
believe
of-
how
yeah.
much vanilla is coming out after that water.
Yeah, red is
the
more
yellow. Is
red.
good.
Red is more like heavier than yellow.
Okay,
Like,
so
It is. That is correct. It is a heavier whiskey. It's a more oily, heavy whiskey for sure.
yeah.
So when you let the glass just sit for a little while and everything, all the vapors collect, you come into it and it's all vanilla, sweet sugars and everything. Move it around a little bit and you can still get back to the original nose, those grassy notes,
Yep.
that light, grassy, springtime airy note that we were talking about, still under it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with the water on
This
it.
is interesting because they're actually pretty decent
Uh,
differences.
I would say they're just different styles.
They are.
I find the yellow to be a better put together
more
whiskey.
finesse.
Like it just has more to offer, right? Whereas the red one, I feel like is a good whiskey, like especially with the water on it. I actually really enjoy it. with
I'm
the
actually
water.
really scared here because I'm 100% with you. I feel like yellow is more finesse. Red is not horrible, but to me right now, yellow is more my style.
That is a tough call with water for me.
Yeah.
Really? So
Because you're right. I would agree. I'm not going to go over your descriptions again, but it's subtle. It's just like, right.
It's a
Barely on
stylistic
the edge.
difference rather than a
Yeah,
I think there's
an
subtle
obvious
nuance
winner,
in it.
right?
I wouldn't pour either one of these for myself normally. Put it that way.
it's kind of better.
This isn't your.
Neither one of these are like, this is great. They're good, but not like I would like this. I got
So
more options. than
these
that.
are $35 bottles, okay, and I don't think either one of them are bad. If I'm gonna score this out and think and tell you what I think, the first one, red, is a solid fighter. It's enjoyable. There's nothing wrong with it. It can come out. It can dance a couple rounds with anybody. I think it had lost a half step with the initial, tasting of it. I think yellow is just more put together. I think there's some good nuance in it. I love the way it evolved, but then still kept its freaking true nature underneath it all. I'm honestly, if I'm scoring it, it's close. Because I don't want to knock red and say you're on the canvas bleeding, missing a tooth. It's walking out here with its head up, but I just don't think it won. So I gotta say like probably 10-8, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. So I'm giving it.
I'll give you close to that too. I'm with
that's
you.
kind of where
Yeah,
I
enough.
am.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
I'm not gonna argue with it.
Well, I'm not.
I know.
yeah. So what?
Curious, though.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not exactly. So
Good. Perfect.
So, Glen, what I'm
He's
assuming.
He's assuming
He's
Glenmore.
assuming he knows what's what.
So I'm whatever. So red, the initial round was not great for it. It was kind of nondescript, but I think with water, it held up better than the yellow did. I think the red had more body. It had more flavor. Well,
I don't know about
it
that.
had deeper flavors than the yellow. So yellow is very ethereal with lemon and the maybe cake kind of things. I think the bourbon influence kind of washed away on the yellow with the water, whereas I think the red really came up with water. So I'm really tough here, but based with water, I think I got to go with red. Neat, I have to go with yellow. So that's where I'm really on the edge.
Yeah,
But
it was
you can't
really
call a
that
tie.
close.
Well, you guys.
I know.
I don't vote.
So
I know, but
He can
So
do
I
whatever
think-
he wants. He's not voting.
I think honestly, if you guys were doing this at home, I think honestly this could go a million ways based on profile preferences because they're both average.
Yes. I would like to refill red with the initial bottle and kind of hit it again.
I will
full
say
strength.
before we know which one is which, I really thought Glenmo was going to come out and just put the other one down, right?
And I think
And the Glenmora, it really
Right.
held its own. Like both of these are actually pretty good glasses.
yeah, they are.
And I would honestly, if you poured one for me, I would drink it. It's fine.
Yeah,
I
to
didn't
be
like
honest with you-
the only thing I didn't like was the peppery start on the red.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cheers to
that was it.
Mamuka. We
Thank
hope
you.
so too. It's
much we can do
outside of
about
our
it.
control.
Sorry
but
about
thank
that.
you so much. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, I think we're all in the same alignment here. That I mean, I think we're all yellow. You're red.
I'd
But
say that's probably
that's fine. But I think that at the end of the day, this could come down to left, right, left, whatever your preference is. Neither one of these are going to be like they're close enough where it's basically profile.
Ironically
specific.
enough, I think it's easy to just tell which one's which.
that your
when you
call?
just look the color at the.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree
Yep.
with that.
Yeah. So red was Glenmorangie, yellow was Glenmorangie,
Yeah.
10. I honestly am pleasantly surprised is how well
Yes.
Glenmorangie stood up in the fight. I thought it was getting ready to get its ass kicked.
I want to re-hit that because
But you know what, guys? These are $35 bottles.
Yeah.
And these are ex-bourbon matured only. These aren't this isn't some wild
Nope.
maturation crazy.
You're getting a lot of the distillate
That's it,
character, and a lot of it depends on the casking that they're doing, right? Like, where are they sourcing their casks from? How are they using them? How are they rotating this stuff through?
Sure. And these are both entry-level bottles.
These are
So,
tough.
this
These are
isn't-
tough battles because there's no like huge difference. We're basing these off our own profiles and what we like right now.
Well, let
So
Yep.
I mean, it's
me ask you
It's
this.
really interesting.
You said you wouldn't pour either one of these. Okay, your journey's 7 years in, dude. I know what's on your bar. I know
True.
you've got you.
It's
I
true.
know what kind of whiskey you've put through that system.
so why'd you
I'm
look at
just-
my belly when
I'm
you
just
said
saying,
that?
this
I know
is-
just
Of course,
that's
this
where the
isn't-
whiskey lives.
This isn't where your journey is. But
No.
honestly, if you were to think back when you were first starting, these are where we started. This is where most people
Oh, for
start.
sure, for
35
sure.
bucks.
That's my entire point, though. I mean, I think either one of these are average whiskeys. I think the price reflects that.
yeah.
I think either one of these you can't go wrong with based on your profile, what you like to taste.
I am
mean,
with you. I am super happy because I know this is a good bottle, right?
Right.
Like, it's a consistent bottle. Every time I pour it, I'm like, oh, well,
It's
Yeah.
Glenmorangie.
that's pretty good
It's
whiskey,
Glenmorangie.
right? This one was the wild card to me because it could have been like total crap. Like, it could have been,
Could have
right?
been piss.
And but it wasn't. I mean, it held its own, and it was actually a pretty good
both
glass.
are readily available.
If I would
Yeah.
give a 2-word answer for these, this Glenmorangie is a kind of a lemon or a vanilla cream, whereas the Glenmora is more of a apple grape whiskey. So depending on
Okay.
where you're going with those, I think you'll get what you want out of it. I think there's more grape influence on the Glenmora.
It's too close to call, but yeah, I mean,
No,
it's-
they're
for our
very
palates,
they're different
Yes,
whiskeys,
they're
Yeah.
different whiskeys, Andrew.
but they're both about on the same par. So it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Can't complain about it. So
No.
anyway, at the end of the day, Glenmo retains the belt.
It does.
This is still a very new and fresh category.
Yep.
We've got a lot of bottles to go through in this category, so we'll see if Glenmo can hang on.
So
But
the 2 winners for tonight.
There you
here
go.
we go.
y'all
Glenmo
drink down.
and-
I'm gonna drink this old
We're
Polly.
going to need a few more bottles of Yellow Spot, I guess.
So where's that age goodie? What is
So
that?
Yellow
That'd be
Spot
100.
12
That
is
was the
the
one we had
current
the other
King of the
night.
Hill for Irish. We have Glenmorangie 10 for the current King of the Hill of what's the name of the category? We're saying Ex-Bourbon.
So
Ex-Bourbon.
we've got that's about 12 in for an Ex-Bourbon. We've got
Oh shoot, we got a bunch.
we've got a few other ones we'll pull out there, but we're gonna hit these hard. So
We are
Okay,
always
so down
looking
there.
for suggestions. If you think you know of a straight ex-bourbon matured, Scotch that fits the category, same price point, age,
Comment
ABV
below.
stuff, put it in there or email us. But hey, I really want to see this bottle get into a fight. We'll try to get it in. I know that I've gotten a couple of comments outside of the chats and our email from other comments that other places of people that I know say, I really like to see you get this bottle. Well, I'm going to try. Some of them maybe aren't as readily available on our market. That's because we live in a shitty market. But
Yeah,
we'll
that's
order it.
for real.
We'll do what we need to do. So, don't be afraid to try and throw one in. You're running out of time because we got to wrap this up by the end of the year to see which bottle.
we're going to start doubling up here
It's
pretty
only,
soon.
it's only August. We got a lot of time.
I don't think so.
It goes quick, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
goes
if
super
you're,
quick.
if
You ain't
you're
got any
still
kids in the house
watching right
anymore.
now,
Right.
thank you. If you're
many
watching this
times
on
a
the
week do you want to do
replay, thank you so much for sticking through the video issues.
Yeah, my God.
I'm sorry, we
Stream Labs.
apologize, but you know what? At the end of the day, we've got some King of the Hill winners here, so we know what's
We
going
do.
on.
And we made $1,000 donation to a
That's
great
awesome.
cause, and it was because everybody.
Because of
last
Thank
week
you, guys.
donated. So thank you so much.
That's a great way to honor Molly.
Yeah, and
To Molly.
to Molly and the patrons that are on the pre-show and the post-show. Love you guys. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. We've got a couple more ideas that we're gonna hopefully start engaging you patrons with. So if you're not a patron, you might think about
I want to do
Right.
that.
Anyway, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you guys. See you
Cheerio,
next
man.
time.
3, 2, 1.